believe that anybody can replace this wiring harness with just some basic knowledge of electricity and a wiring diagram. Because if you can hook, if you can match the color wire to the thing you're wiring up, that's all you have to do. Really, these things are laid out very simply and are pretty easy to figure out. So, for example, let's look at this switch right here for the overdrive throttle switch right here. It's 71 and 57. So the 71 is green with black and white, and 57, there it's black. Yeah, the numbers have been reprinted so many times they're hard to read. Okay, so we have black and green with black and white. So let's see what wire we have. We have black and green with black. So it looks like I have these two turned around, so we're gonna flip the harness over. Some of these wires just have cut-off ends like this, so having a pair of something like this is really handy. What you do is just you move over to the notch that corresponds with how big the wire is, and then you go down like a centimeter or so and squeeze, and it cuts it, and you're ready to go. There's other ways to do it, but since you have so many to do it, I really recommend getting a tool similar to this. On each component, well, most components, there's a number on the fuse box. A1, A2, A3, A4 is each individual terminal. And the chart tells you which color wire goes to that terminal. So on A1 we have number 33, which is brown. So we take the brown wire and it goes into A1. And on the other side in A2 is the brown with green. Now right now, I don't know where these wires lead to. It doesn't really matter. I'm just following the chart and hooking them up. Being very careful I get everything in the right place. If you do that, you won't have any problem at all when you put power to it. Now in A3 we have two white wires. A3's this top one here. And then in these other two, this one and this one, all these green wires. So you have to split them up. If I remember right, two are pretty heavy and then three are kind of small. So we'll keep the heavy ones together. I did manage to cut these a bit long, so I trimmed them up so there's not a lot of copper wire hiding out, hanging out. There you go, the fuse box is all wired up and ready to go. At this point, I'm not too crazy worried about where the wires are running. I need to be a little aware of it, but for the most part, I just want to get them hooked up in place, and then once I know exactly where they live, then I'll go back and straighten them out, line them up right, stuff like that. Right now, this whole thing might be better if it runs up above it, because I don't have a lot of length here. Okay, so I put the wrong wire in. It's no big deal at this stage, as long as you catch it in time. So yesterday I put the ground on the screw that holds the regulator on, but I've learned since that there's a special place right next to it for grounding the regulator. It has its own dedicated captive nut, that's it. So we're going to, the nut's right here. It's been painted over because it's welded to the frame. We're going to scrape some of the paint off of it to get a good ground. So with the wiring, after you got things generally where you want them to go, you can go through and start straightening them out. Cable management makes things look more professional, whether you're doing cars or performance on stage with microphones, with cables all over the place, or theater productions. Having your cables orderly, it helps with diagnostics. It helps just for things to look as they should. There, now doesn't that look tidy? With the clips, I don't know how many I need, so I bought a whole bunch. I bought 10 in each different size, except for the really big ones, and those I bought 3. Or maybe they only had 3 in stock. I don't remember. But it's one of those things, it's good to have around. And you know, I can't find them at the hardware store. So I bought a bunch. Good to have stock of small bits like this.